You know, I have to admit, guys, this is like one of these videos that I hate to make. Like, I love YouTube, man. I love YouTube. I love making videos. I love putting out content. But this video right here is one that I can tell you right now, I hate to make it. People would ask me, Doc, if you don't want to make the video, bro, why did you make the video? I would not feel right if I didn't get this off my chest. That's the reason why I'm doing it, all right? So formalities aside, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, description area below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, couple days, well, actually within probably not too long after putting out this particular video, hours or maybe less than 24 hours ago, I put up two particular videos that showed these two young African-American teens or kids not doing necessarily good things and inciting some violence towards some Asian kids, okay? Now, I want to talk about this one because this has been something that's been going on in the United States for quite some time. Basically, this black on Asian violence. I mean, ever since the pandemic, I don't know what it is in New York, but it seems like a lot of that shit happened in New York. And recently, I know this happened a while ago, but recently I came across a story about this black dude who ran over this Filipina nurse. She was a little bit older, and I think, when he ran into her, her head hit the concrete and she ended up dying, So it's like, man, what in the fuck is going on here? Like, really? And even though this isn't all of us that's partaking in these activities, and not all of us have these same sentiments, we know that it's not all of us, it's only a small group of us. I wonder how it's affecting us abroad. I wonder what the narrative abroad is about us, black men or black people who choose to travel abroad. They see this stuff happening in the United States and they're like, oh man, look at black people over here trying to hurt Asian people and shit. Oh, they're trying to beat us up. They're trying to mess us up. So what are we going to do about it, right? I wonder what their thoughts are, man. I mean, in the Philippines, you hear news about, oh, another event, here we go again. Black people causing harm to Asian people again. Almost like it's a fucking norm. Like bruh, really? And I do wonder how it's gonna affect upcoming trips for us abroad. I mean, I don't think it's gonna have too much of a stance, but I would be remiss if I didn't have the conversation or at least ask the question, where do we stand abroad? I mean, I feel like we've tried a lot. For us who choose to travel, us brothers who choose to travel, I think that we've tried our best to change the narrative. Not necessarily because we felt like we had to, but because we felt like we had to. I mean, if the only type of information or news that you have about the African American community or the African American man in general is what you see on TV, through the media, violence this and drugs that, or whatever it may be. And I'm not saying that that's how they view all of us, but sometimes they do have that stuff out there. We kind of feel an obligation to say, yo, that's not all of us. At all. That right there don't represent everybody in our community, right? Because trust me, I've had questions when I first moved to the Philippines. Do all black men sag their pants? I admit I did until my father corrected that immediately. First time I visited, I was 17, had my pants off my ass. 2 days later, I never did that again, ever. So, do all black men sag their pants? Or all, this, that, and then you have to ask the questions and, get rid of the generalities, I guess that's the best way to say it, or hope that's proper. And I do have to ask, man, when they see shit like this, young black teens getting involved in violent acts against Asians, and then you see the shit happening on the TV and, I hate saying this shit out loud, but you see people walking past old ladies sitting on their stoops just minding their own damn business, and somebody punching old Asian ladies and shit, and, running over Asian women and because they were involved in a crime and that lady had nothing to do with the crime. She just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And, it's just a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. And I have to ask, is this going to affect our traveling abroad? Not necessarily is it going to prevent us from getting into countries and stuff like that, but is it going to have them people in the country looking at us with the side eye like we have lost our minds? Now, I ask my young lady all the time about the, general sentiments and, what the temperature check is and all of that stuff in reference to, what's going on. And she says for the most part, there's nobody really talking about it. Like it's not really a topic of conversation of sorts, at least within her own circle and at least what she's viewing through what she's going through. But, deep down inside, I kind of feel like there's somebody talk about this, right? I haven't come across it yet as if, there's something really going on. But I have to say, man, if you start to read comments and stuff like that, if comments are really things that you start to pay attention to in reference to what's happening underneath these videos, you might hear a couple of slick phrasing, for lack of a better term, or somebody saying some really, really not appropriate things. But then again, you have to understand they're angry, they're mad, they're going to say what they're going to say. I'm not pressed by it because it's not talking to me, but it's just the fact that you're starting to hear it. And when you start to hear shit like that, you have to think, man, who else is feeling these exact same sentiments towards us, right? Because of some small group of individuals representing an entire fucking community is wanting to cut the fucking fool. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where you stand, don't know where your mind is on this one, but Doc gotta at least ask the question, man. And that's why the comment section is a free-for-all, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to tell me what you're thinking. I mean, do you think that, these African American or black acts of violence against Asian, people in the Asian community, do you think that this is really going to have an effect on us traveling abroad? Do you think that this is going to somewhat make not necessarily traveling difficult, but our experiences in other cultures difficult, especially in Asia? Those of us who like Japan, those of us who are wanting to live in Japan, and of course the Philippines and Thailand and other parts of Asia. Do you think that it's going to make our time abroad not as exciting or acceptable as we hoped it would be? Again, I ask the questions, comment section below. You say what's on your mind. I will be glad to hear you out. All right. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, not too happy about having to post those videos earlier, but I had to do it, right? There's something about me that says, look, if I see something, I gotta say something, right? If you see something, you gotta say something. And I felt like those videos pretty much spoke for themselves, so there really was no need for dialogue. I just wanted you guys to share in your own opinions about it, but we're human, ladies and gentlemen. I feel shit like everybody else does. And right now, I'm genuinely doing a temperature check on what's really going on in the other part of the world that I'm not in right now. All right, the place that I'm praying to get back to sometime soon, and a place that a lot of you guys are looking to travel to for the first time. All right. Again, a lot of us may not look at it or take it into consideration, or we're really not paying as much attention to it as probably somebody else is. So that's why I want to bring this attention to the forefront. I want to see what's on everybody's mind. Don't hold back. I really want to know where you're feeling. I really want to know where you stand. If you represent the Asian community in any capacity, leave it down in the comment section below. Let me know. If you are African American living abroad, specifically in an area in Asia, definitely tell me if there's anything that I need to know, right? Because I'm curious, guys. I'm curious. I haven't been able to travel for a while, so right now, Doc needs a temperature check. See where we are in the world today, all right? And if you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do, man. Drop a like, share, comment, subscribe. All of my good shit, description area below. If you want to drop a couple dollars on the Good Doc's books, there's a heart down there. Little thank you. Doc would highly appreciate it. But again, likes are mandatory. Support is optional. I appreciate you all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. And with that being said, Good Doc is officially out. I at least knuckle, but 11, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.